No. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Today we are going to have more of music. And by music I mean the true music of our soul. As such, the bhajans and kirtans, here you don't use the word bhajan so much, but in India we use the word bhajans also a lot. But here the same bhajans are basically as kirtans. The idea of kirtan is congregational chanting, where more than one person, they're all at one place. And they try to create that vibration which basically is to help each other to connect to the soul, to connect to the divine, to connect to our beingness. Because what happens is that when we try to meditate, a lot of thoughts crisscross our mind, a lot of distractions do take place. But when we are singing, and when many are singing together, and they are all singing from their heart. And what are they singing? They're singing the name of the Lord or the name of the divine, or something that is the sound of that essence. So naturally what happens is that when that sound is built up over a period of time, an energy automatically generates there. And that energy starts to play in the hearts of each other. Thus these days, kirtans are becoming so popular all over the world as a means to meditation. You basically start with the chantings, you start with these kirtans or songs or bhajans or music, but the idea is the same. The idea is once again to get in a state of meditation, which again is nothing but a state of a kind of a stillness inside of us, where we are neither distracted by anything of the past, or are worried about anything that is yet to come in the future. So you kind of come toward that center, that stillness. Today we will start with a beautiful invocation of the formless, infinite, pure consciousness, which according to our traditional Vedic tradition is called as Brahman. You must all be very aware of this concept of Brahman. Brahman is pure consciousness. And this song goes like this: Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam, please repeat after me. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Okay, Satyam means that eternal truth. Satyam here does not mean relative truth, transient truth, changing truth. In this world, there is transient truth, relative truth. That which is truth to you is not truth to me. That which is truth to me is not truth to you. That's relative truth. That's also truth. But here when we are talking about Satyam, this is the eternal truth that transcends all dualities. Satyam. Jnanam. What is Jnanam? Jnanam again. Oh. Come this side. Paul, you can come this side. There's space here. Jnana means that it's not jnana. One of the translation of jnana is knowledge. But this knowledge of the Brahman is not just knowledge. It's the ultimate intuitive flowering of the intellect. When the intellect, our intellect, intelligence, when it's totally refined, when it's totally cleansed, when it's totally purified, that state of intellect or intelligence which only sees the divine as the only reality, that is jnana. When our mind only sees not the variety but the unity in diversity. Is this point clear? When our mind will see the diversities of this universe, of this creative process, it will see everything. It will see so many people sitting here and so many different objects all around. But jnana is that in the midst of all these diversities, there's that one single unity principle, and that in each one of us, we are all nothing but the soul eternal. So that is jnanam. Satyam, jnanam, anantam. What is anantam? This satyam that we are talking about, this existential reality that we are talking about, this satyam, this jnanam, this knowledge of the ultimate self that we are talking about, what is its nature? Its nature is anantam brahmam. It is eternal, infinite, boundless, limitless, changeless. Anantam. Ananta means that which has no end. Anta means end. Ananta means that which is endless. So this jnanam or this satyam jnanam, this truth, this knowledge is infinite. And what is that? What is that? That is Brahman. What is Brahman? Truth and that infinite knowledge, and that which is boundless, limitless, changeless, eternal reality. So this reality doesn't change every day. It is eternally the same. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahmam. Ekam Evam Advaitam Brahmam. This is one. Ekam. Ekam means one. Ekam Evam Advaitam. If I say Ekam, you may think maybe there is a second. Because if I say one, there's a possibility mind can conjure, oh, there's a second one also. So the Vedic rishis, look at their seer sages and their insight into our mind. They say, Ekam Evam Advitiyam. The beauty of this language here. Advitiyam means non-dual. So you can't conceive the second. So that is closed. Is this clear to all of you? The moment I say Ekam, that means Ek, one. But inside of my mind can think, there must be the second one. How to stop this? With yet another qualified definition of that oneness. How it is said? It is not a dual reality which my mind conceives. My mind always conceives dual reality. There was a time a few hours ago, it was day and now it's night. This is duality. There was day, now it's night. Tomorrow morning it will be day. This is dualism. But in a non-dual state of mind, there's no virtue, there's no vice, there's no good, there's no bad. So it's like a non-dual reality. So Ekam Evam Advaitam or Advitiyam, that means without the second. Brahman, and the Brahman is without the second. So this basically is though a chant, a Sanskrit chant, but this basically brings to light exactly what deep inside of us, in our state where our mind stops its chattering. If at all anyone can, at any state of life, manage to take the mind to a state where the mind is suddenly stunned into silence, where the mind, there are no thoughts. And if there are no thoughts, there is no talking in the mind. If the mind stops talking, stops thinking, stopping even feelings of the body, sensations, then the mind becomes sthira. That means completely still. Ekam Evam Advitiyam Brahmam. Shantam Shivam Advaitam Brahmam. And the Shiva, who is all auspiciousness, holiness, purity, perfection, the Shiva, the Holy One, the Adi, the One, at the root of all existence and all yogic traditions, we see Shiva sitting there. Shantam Shivam. How is Shiva? Shiva is Shanta. Shanta means it's very peaceful. You must have seen all the pictures of Shiva, how he's sitting in meditation. Shantam. That's exactly when you sit in meditation, if a picture is taken of you and shown to you afterwards, you'll say, do I look like this? So peaceful? But normally I'm not like this. Your best picture will be when you are in meditation. It'll simply awe you. My God, this is something. What a beautiful picture. Just make a child sit for a few seconds and take a picture and show to their side. When we are in meditation, to a certain extent, the mind becomes a little free of its chatter. To a certain extent. That impact on the physical body. If it stops chatting a little I'm talking about. Maybe normally 60,000 thoughts pass throughout the day. At that time, maybe a few thoughts are passing. But there are lots of thoughts. Even then, its impact on our physical body is immense. It brings to the surface our true beauty. We look beautiful because we are shantam, because we are peaceful. Shanta means quiet, peace, stable. So a stable mind and a stable body will give you the ultimate beauty. Shantam Shivam Advaitam Brahmam. That again is the non-dual Brahman consciousness of purity and perfection. And once again, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahmam. Please listen to me. I'll sing one line along with Devdatta, and you will just follow me after that. I'm sure after hearing a couple of times, you can very easily follow. It's very simple. It's not difficult. It's very simple. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahmam. 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 When you sing it, make sure you try to perceive that particular feeling of Satya, of Jnana, of Ananta, and Brahman consciousness. Sounds and your sensations must gradually match. That you are also uplifting yourself to a state of Brahman consciousness from earthly physical consciousness to which we are all bound by. Right? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahmam. 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 Ekam evam advitiyam Brahmam. Ekam evam advitiyam Brahmam. Ekam evam advitiyam Brahmam. Ekam evam advitiyam Brahmam. Advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam Advaitam Brahma. Shantam Shivam 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 Advitiyam Brahma. Shantam Shivam Advitiyam Brahma. Shantam Shivam Advaitam Brahma. Shantam Shivam Advaitam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Ekam evam Advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam Advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam Advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam Advaitam Brahma. Shantam Shivam Advitiyam Brahma. Shantam Shivam Advitiyam Brahma. Shantam Shivam Advaitam Brahma. Shantam Shivam Advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam Advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam Advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam Advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam Advaitam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam 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 Brahma. Ekam evam advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam advaitam 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 Brahma. Shankam Shivam 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 Advitiyam Brahma. Shankam Shivam Advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam advitiyam Brahma. Ekam evam advaitam Brahma. Ekam evam advaitam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam 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 Brahma. May that one without the second abide in each of our hearts. May that one divine principle be the guiding light of our life, from inside out and also from outside in, so that we move in the path of life without any hesitations, without any doubts, but with single-pointed devotion. Dedication, commitment to that Satyam, the ultimate reality and the truth. Jnana, that knowledge that burns all our ignorance, illusions, free us into the world of Ananta Brahmaswarupa. Deep inside of us, we are Ananta, that endless, cosmic, pure consciousness. Mark, can you get that drum? What is that called? Is there anyone here who plays the drum?
I play the drum.
The drum? You? Okay. Because the tal, we call it tal. Particularly when you shiva, that sound, it goes with it. Is it? I mean, the moment we say Shiva, and that sound of the drum, it brings that vibration even higher. Yeah, I will give it to me. Each of the songs that I sing here, they are the songs which my Gurudev used to sing. My Gurudev never gave, the kind of, you hear that I give you some kind of talks or kind of teachings or what you call a Satsang. He would just come and sing. And while singing, gradually you'll go into trance. You'll go into samadhi. And through these words of the bhajans, or through the words of these kirtans, he basically conveyed to us that eternal truth. In one word I can say, to be with him was to be with truth. To be with him was to be with divine. To be with him was for all of us who was to be with him, because he was a totally God realized, can't even say human being. So he wouldn't give lectures or anything like that. We have never heard him say. His presence was the lecture. So we will go to the next. Don't allow me to talk, sing today. Go. My today, very soon we are going to India because there's Durga Puja now. Durga Puja is going to start from the 1st of October. So I just wanted her to sing Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Aha. Jai
Jai
mantra. This is kind of beautiful. This is kind of a beautiful Krishna mantra, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshamam. Krishna Keshava, can you pronounce with me? Krishna Keshava. These are all the names of one. The same Krishna has different names. Krishna is Krishna. Keshava also is Krishna. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam. May I always be the receiver of your infinite grace, O Krishna, the Lord. Pahimam. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava. You can pronounce it with me? Rama Raghava. Rama's another name is Raghava. He who is Rama is also Raghava. He who is Krishna is also Keshava. So Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, thrice. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahimam, Pahimam, Pahimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshamam. Raksha means protection. Mam means me. Please always protect us. So this is a beautiful mantram which many of the great saints of our land, they kept chanting this and then attained to the ultimate realization. So this is a kind of a mantra. So I'll try to sing this and you can all join me. This is a beautiful song which again comes from my Gurudev. He used to sing this and he used to go into ecstasy singing this beautiful, beautiful bhajan or mantra or whatever you can say. The idea of all kirtans is always to be kept in mind that we have to visualize the form of the Lord, Krishna. So then there's a visualization of the form of the Krishna. I mean, it may be difficult for you because you may not be the followers of Krishna or never even seen the picture of Krishna for that matter. But still, you can always have the image of your own personal form or formless reality of the ultimate truth. So, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshamam. Please protect us all. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshamam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshamam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahimam, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshamam, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshamam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, pahi mam. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, pahi mam. Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Rakshama. Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Rakshama. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, He Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, He Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, He Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, He Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, He Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, He Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, pahi mam. 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 Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Rakshama. Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Ram Raghava, Rakshama. Ram Raghava, Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Rama, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Rama, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshama, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshama. I just wanted to share with you that as I have to leave tomorrow for India, after such a beautiful experience of being here in Byron for such a long time, if any one of you have any questions about your path, about your practice, anything that would possibly make your journey easier, I'll wait for a response to come through my heart through you, instead of I giving you an answer. The answer can come through two sources. One, your intelligent mind. And mind has already quite a lot of information stuffed into it. Since childhood, whatever you learned, since childhood, whatever you put into your brain, they're all there. Memories after memories after memories. Oceanic. And they are our conditions. Each individual has their own mindset. And each individual has his or her own world. As the mind, so the world. It's not that we all inhabit the same world, so it is the same world for all of us. No. It's not the same world for all of us. Through the glasses of our eyes, the world that we see is completely conditional to what our brain shows us. The same object appears differently to different persons depending upon their own conditioned state of mind. When you are in a very, very beautiful, romantic mood, if you look at the new or the full moon for that matter, you'll be excited, you'll be filled with ecstasy. And you'll possibly start to write a poem. Or if you have somebody close to you, you start giving the best of your expression of that moon to your friend. That means you are in a jolly good state of mind. But the same moon as is there, in the next full moon day, if your mood is off, moon doesn't look like that anymore. Moon doesn't change. My mind changes. I see through my mind. And let's never forget, as long as we see and use the mind to see the world, we should always keep in our mind that this mindset is conditional and, most importantly, very judgmental. Very judgmental. Why it judges? Because it has conditions. Why it judges? Because it has its own belief systems. Your belief is not my belief. What you believe, you can't force me to believe. What you understand, you can't force me to understand. What you like, you can't force me to like. Because my likes are my likes, my beliefs are my beliefs. Likes. My way of looking at things and your way of looking at things will all subject to the conditions of the brain. That's the reason the entire sadhana, the entire process of self-realization is one of unlearning, then learning. In all other spheres of knowledge, in every other search and seeking of knowledge, you'll have to acquire, you have to learn. This is one where that which you have already learned, you need to start to unlearn. This is the most difficult process. Learning is easy, unlearning is difficult. To form a habit, which is a bad habit, to form that bad habit, it doesn't take much efforts. But repeated and repeated and repeated, it becomes a deep habitual pattern of the brain, and then suddenly you awaken after hearing a beautiful satsang that you have to change. And the brain says, sorry. What is this new language you're talking to me? I don't understand. Are you okay? The brain will ask me, are you okay? Because so far you have been talking a different language to me. You made me believe a different belief system for me, and you are so serious about it. At that time you never expressed any doubt. What happened to you today? Why are you nurturing a doubt about something that you have been culturing, nurturing, and enjoying so long? Why this change? So, habits don't change so fast and so easy. There's a word in English, habits die hard. This is the process of unlearning. This is the process of deconditioning the brain. That's the reason most people cannot sustain the path of spiritual progression. Many people will come into the spiritual world thinking, maybe I can get something new here. A kind of a new taste. Some euphoric stuff. If I've not got it here, maybe I'll get it there. And the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. So we start to look for the greener pastures of the spiritual world from where we are, from the materialistic life that we have been leading. But by then, our brain is structured with habitual patterns. Don't forget it. So one jump into the spiritual world doesn't mean that your brain jumps along with you. You have taken a decision, but your subconscious has not taken a decision. And your subconscious is a huge iceberg dipped into the ocean, and what you have taken a decision is only a tiny little part on the surface of the ocean that you see, the conscious plane of mind. The conscious plane of mind says, I need to change. Deep down, the entire subconscious says, oh, I'm sorry, I can't. Emptying is difficult. Deconditioning is difficult. Unlearning is difficult. So, in spiritual world, you have to do two things if you want to survive, and then at the same time, sustain your efforts. 3, if you really finally want to realize the ultimate realization. Two things are most important that you need to offer to the divine. That means the totality intelligence, the totality existence, the totality knowledge, the totality truth. That is divine. Anything that is part is not divine. It's partly divine, but not divine. Divine is totality. It is whole. Anything in its perfect whole is divine. Anything in its totality perception is divine. So, if one has to go beyond the part into the totality, that entire process of learning has to be completely unlearned. And that's the reason it's very difficult. Two things, keep in mind. Maybe these are the two things I leave all of you with before I leave for India, Calcutta. They're like the 2 cents that the God asks from each one of us. 2 cents, not much. Not even $2. Not even $2 price. 2 cents. The first cent that you need to offer to the divine if you really want to realize the truth is that it is Shraddha. Shraddha. What is it? Shraddha. Announce? Say, Shraddha. Shraddha is trust. What is Shraddha? Trust. Trust in what? Trust in yourself. I can do it. Yes, I will do it. Trust. Either I do it or I die, but I'll do it. Trust. Trust in the self is not enough, because by the self that you know is your tiny ego self, nothing else. And the ego self is very deceptive. This moment it says something, tomorrow morning it will contradict. Ego self is deceptive self, not so much trustworthy. But you have to gradually grow your self-trust only by touching this ego self again and again with the divine, with the totality, with the holistic. So the more you offer your ego self in utter humility and humbleness, I am not, thou art. I am not, you are. I don't know, you know. I know I can, because you make me do it. So I don't take the total responsibility. Sorry, oh Lord, I cannot. Oh Master, I cannot all by myself. Because till now, I'm deluded. My intelligence says something today and contradicts it tomorrow. And I behave in a particular way today, tomorrow something happens which is totally beyond my expectation. I'm hit hard. My conditions are shattered. And suddenly, another part of me comes to the surface. I've never seen that. I can't believe I could be that ugly. But yes, I could be. Because it is hiding inside of me. Not yet manifested, because the circumstance, situation have not triggered it. Any such triggers and those things will come to the surface. The snake and the hood will come up. So is the need, not just yourself and your trust in yourself, but yourself in surrender to the divine and trust in the divine. That's your first scent. Is this point clear to all of you? First scent that you need to offer, and be ready. You must have it in your pocket before you start your journey in the spiritual journey. First is trust in yourself and trust in divine. Trust in yourself and trust in divine. Sometimes you will shake. Should I not? Do I? Which way I go? I'm not sure. North or south? Your trust will shake at times. You will tremble at times. More advanced you are in the path of the Spirit, more subtler the mind becomes, subtler your examinations. More chances of confusions. More chances that you will mislead yourself and fall into your own self traps. That's your ego, very subtle. First is, make sure you have in your pocket 1 cent. The cent of your trust in yourself, but in continual sublimation, in continual submission, in continual surrender to what? To the divine will. Thou will be done. Thou will be done. There's a beautiful song which one of our devotees and disciple in Canberra, he wrote a beautiful song. And he got a National Best Songwriting Award in Australia. His name is Anirbanji. And that first line of the song goes, will over wish. And I loved it so much. Will over wish. All of us have innumerable wishes. And these wishes keep on changing its colors and shades. But the will is final. It doesn't change every day. It comes from the totality. It's not that wavering part. So, the will over wish. So my trust in me is good. It's first. I need it in tons, but it's not going to do. This is not going to take me far. Who knows? The more trust I have, the more effort I put, the more number of hours of meditation I do, the more visions I have, the more subtle ego inside of me grows. I won't even know it. And now I'll start to always look for opportunities when everybody will accept me as a master, as a teacher, as somebody important in the path of spirituality, achieved some heights. These are the tricks of your soul manifesting through your tiny ego to pull you down. Your 1 cent is not properly offered. Will over wish. So the first cent that you have to be very, very careful is trust in yourself. But continually, that trust in yourself has to be refined, has to be divinized, has to be spiritualized. Only by continuously surrendering. It's almost like you just rub an iron piece on a magnet. Go on rubbing. What happens to this iron? It also gets the property of magnet. So also your ego, rub it all the time with that magnet of divine love and divine will and divine benevolence. Keep rubbing till your ego becomes divine ego. The first thing is then, what is that? Trust in self and trust in the divine. And what's the Sanskrit word for it? Shraddha. First cent. Is it clear to all of you? Any question on this? He never thought 1 cent could be so big. The second scent that each one of us have to possess in the path of spirituality and offer it to the divine as your dakshina, that means your divine offering. What is that? It is saburi. Saburi means it is patience and perseverance. What's that? It is saburi, which means sabar. Wait, have patience, don't rush. So many people in the world have asked me 1,000,000 times by now, Baba, I have been doing and doing and doing. When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? It's not happening. It's not happening. When is it going to happen? Second scent is costlier. Not everybody can offer the second scent because we lack patience. We are so used to instant coffee and 2-minute noodles. We are so used to out-of-shelf stuff that we buy in 2 minutes, ready, tapa, you eat it and it's done. Our brain is continuously being programmed quick. Right now. No waiting time. Any food. Quick. No time. So much to do. So much to achieve. So many people to please. Oh my God. And so little time. So much approval to receive from the society. So much acknowledgement to receive. So much appreciation to come. Then only I survive. Then only I exist. Otherwise, I almost feel like I'm non-existent. Saburi. If you are on a spiritual path, make sure you have the second scent ready in your hand all the time. Whenever your mind is wavering, bring that scent up and offer it to the divine and say, oh, I have world of patience to wait, as long as you want it. Take it from me, the realization can never, ever happen only with any amount of efforts. You can do meditation for 1,000,000 years, but you can't find the ultimate reality. You can meditate for 2 minutes, you can find the reality. The divine has to approve, not the society. The divine has to choose you, not your friends around. Do you get this point? Your efforts cannot do it. There are millions in this world at this very moment when I'm talking to you. They're continuously trying to ultimately reach to that point of no mind state and realization. Not happening. It can happen only through divine grace descending. Only when the divine grace happens, then alone that ultimate reality can blossom in the heart of an individual. That shackles and bondages that has been there for ages and centuries of my births after births, I'm carrying in my subconscious. In 1 second, when these efforts and efforts and efforts and efforts and efforts, and then you feel, oh my God, what's happening? It's not happening, it's not happening. And then you open your heart in absolute surrender. No, only by thy grace it can happen. Only by thy grace it can happen. And your efforts suddenly transforms into divine descent of grace. And the moment your efforts and the descent of their grace happens, the meeting point is what we all are looking for. The ultimate miracle of enlightened state of consciousness. Yes.
What is it that makes some people awaken and want to follow a path to self-realization? And what is it that the Divine chooses specific people to bring them to that?
Very simple, very simple. The answer is very simple. Rather, the response is very simple. The people whom you are seeing practicing spirituality or any deep religious practice, you are seeing them in this birth only with your limited knowledge and conditioned mind. But don't forget, spiritual journey or religious journey doesn't start with one birth. It's a birth after birth after birth after birth process. As a result, what happens as you go through the process of your inner cleansing birth after birth, as you go through varied experiences of life of desiring and desiring and desiring and fulfilling your desire, and then find the pain and suffering out of it, you start to grow in your awareness and consciousness about the true nature of all these earthly manifestations of temporary satisfaction, but no permanent solution. What happens is that maybe after attaining a stage, you die. You're not finished yet. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Patience.
So in other words, everybody's chosen really. It just might take.
Everybody is potentially divine. Hence, everybody today or tomorrow will realize the divinity. Even those whom you are seeing in the lowest rung of the ladder, whom you can't even believe they would ever come into the spiritual world. Take it from me, they're in the same process as you and I are. It's just a question of time. For us, 30, 40, 50 years or 500 years is a time, but for the eternity, process is on for every soul to be churned through this process and taken through this process to the ultimate where he will definitely come to realize. And then you will see suddenly somebody who starts at 7 gets enlightened at 9. Somebody who starts at 7, even at 70, is still chanting. Nothing is happening. But this man who is chanting till for 70 years, don't think is anything less than that 7 years boy who got it at 8. This boy in previous births have done not just 70, hundreds and hundreds of years of practice behind. Your spiritual journey is not of one birth. And you don't attain to spiritual freedom ultimately in one birth. Unlearning takes a long time. So you learn and unlearn, learn and unlearn. It's a lot of time. That is the reason you have to have. First, don't lose confidence. Don't lose trust. Don't lose your faith. Your faith can move mountains, provided it is unified. It is laser-like. If you have a laser-like mind and its concentration and faith in your own self, and you know that today or tomorrow I'm going to reach, maybe in this very birth itself, if your mind strongly commits to this and day in, day out, moment to moment, lives in the consciousness that in this very birth I am freed from the bondage of all karma into the light of ultimate light. very birth is the last birth. But for that to happen, there is always lots of previous births where this man did not have this faith, didn't talk in this language, was only trying and trying and trying. This method and that method, this technique and that technique, this teaching and that teaching. All of it was a churning process for this soul to gradually come to a state wherein there is such intense faith in the heart. It's going to happen now. And then suddenly he decides, now or never. And it happens. Because that conviction, again, is a part of divine grace. I repeat, that conviction when you feel without a slightest speck of doubt in your mind that you can see through and through, this is the time, this is the birth, this is the ultimate, and I am going to see it. I don't have to talk to people about it. I'm going to receive the light in this birth. Don't talk, don't tell people about it. Least you talk about your spiritual experiences, better off you are. More you talk about your spiritual experiences, backward you move. Keep it locked in your stomach. Don't share your spiritual experiences with everybody other than your teacher, guru. Nobody else. Other than maybe somebody whom you consider very high up and will be able to respond to you, not react to you. To such person you can open up your spiritual experiences, because then your spiritual experience will gradually grow. Otherwise it will wane off. The more you share, the more you lose. The more you preserve, the more it grows. Secrecy has to be maintained. So the second most important thing that I was trying to share with you, it's almost time, is you have to have world of patience. Never feel, whenever it comes to your mind, it's not happening. When is going to happen? It's not happening. When is going to happen? When is happening? So what is to happen? I'm completely surrendered to the divine. And the divine knows the sweet time. The best time for me. If I would know, then I would be divine. I do not know. That's the reason I'm the child of the Divine Mother. I wait for my Divine Mother to decide for me when is the best time for me, because my best time is then when all my karmas are burned. I don't have to pay tolls to anybody. Whoever comes in your life and finds happiness, don't forget, you're paying off tolls. Wow. Whoever comes into your life and gives you blows and you're flat on the ground in depression, don't forget, you're paying tolls. You can't avoid this. This is the part of karma for which this body is constituted. You have to go through this constituted part of your karma in this body. If you deny, if you reject, if you resist, if you react, you are simply expanding the time of your imprisonment in this human body. Becoming a little too heavy?
That's why we're here, free.
I thought because tomorrow I will be leaving. I don't know, because Today I'm here. I know I'm here. I'm with you. Who knows about tomorrow? Is it? I can't say I go and I'll get back in 5 days or 10 days or 20 days. No, I don't know. Again, it's the divine will. Wish, but there is also a will. The will has to decide when I am ready to come again and talk to you again like this and chant and do mantras and bhajans and kirtans. But I loved my stay during the few days. I enjoyed so much. And I'm so grateful to Mata Ishwan of Pocket, Middle Pocket Ashram, Yoga Shala. I'm so grateful to her because it was in her Mandir Ashram on a Sunday morning when I was visiting Byron Bay, just for a couple of days, that on a Sunday morning I had a satsang. And that day, people thought, this guy is a nut. And they started loving me. And I started feeling the vibrations of love from everybody. And then I thought I must come back to this place. So I just came back. And stayed almost for a month. And here is Dharmama who said, this temple of my house is yours now. The Divine Mother wills. Someone will be instrumental. Someone will be Mata instrumental in calling me to that place and I give a talk and few people listen. Someone will be instrumental like Joey Ma of Wilson Creek will invite me to her home and put the entire home, said, Baba, this is your home. Enjoy. And I stayed there for 6 days. Beautiful, pristine, beautiful property she has. And then we moved to this place. And we stayed here so beautifully well. And now it's time to move. Sadhus don't stay at one place longer. There's a beautiful word in our typical Indian Hindu sadhu community. Sadhu means, those who are holy ones. In that they say, Ramta sadhu behta neer. Ramta sadhu. You know what is Ramta? Ramta means the sadhu, the mendicant, the swamis, and those who are renunciate to the world of complete divine surrender. The sadhus, Ramta sadhu, they are always moving. They are from one place to the other, one place to the other, one place to the other. They don't stick at one place. Ramta sadhu, they look good. If the sadhus stay at one place, they don't look good. Because now many things will be playing in their head. How I can expand my empire. How many more people can come and put all kinds of stuff. And how we can have the next project, and the next project, and the next project, and the next project. Even sadhus are gripped by Maya. So before Maya grips, move. Before Maya grips you, move from that place. Ramta means keep moving, wandering monk, move. Don't stay at one place. Now people will start loving you. Again, attachment. Move. Now people will say you are God. Move. People will try to make something out of you. Move. And that has happened to my life, all my life. Before I could go and even stay a few days, move. Boom, out. So I've been like a dry leaf, What to do? But I enjoy it so much. Believe me, I enjoy this so much. I feel suffocated if I have to stay at any one place longer. Because by nature, deep inside, I'm a Ramta Sadhu. Always loving the movement. Second thing you love in this world, always, you all know, a flowing creek. Bahta neer. If the water gets stagnant at one place, what happens? Viruses and germs are born there. Isn't it? Bahta neer. Bahta means the water that continuously is flowing. In a creek, you'll find the water is continuously continuously flowing. And you can see the pebbles, crystal clear water. Go and see another little pool of water, stagnant. Nothing can be seen what is underneath. Can you see it? So Ramta Sadhu and Bahta neer. The water looks good when it's flowing. It not only looks good, it's purer. You can even drink it. So that's it. See how beautiful I made it exactly on time. 9 o'clock over. I'm becoming a good boy. Previously what used to happen, I used to have no track of time. Particularly in America, people used to call me the most timeless Swami. This is the person who is a timeless person. He doesn't keep track. And then what used to happen is that, for example, I'm supposed to give a talk for about an hour. And I don't know, I've crossed about 1 hour and 45 minutes. But for that matter, at least somebody would just see the, kind of, out of the whole lot, someone should just do like this, or just, kind of, nobody's doing that also. So I don't get any guess. What is the time? And I'm on and on and on and on and on. I remember I went to St. Xavier's University in Michigan, in which state. And then it was a talk on Shakti and Mantra Sadhana. Something to do with Shakti and Mantra Sadhana. So there were lots of students and teachers and professors there in the university. And I was supposed to talk for 1 hour. But I don't know what happened that day to me. I went on for 2.5 hours. And nobody stopped me. That day I said, here I am from India, broke the American, time here. I felt so happy. Then look, I said, forget about what you have heard for 2.5 hours from me. Whatever stuff you have heard, trash it and go. But one thing I am taking from here, I broke all your structure of time. That's my achievement. I am going now. So happy. You allowed me only. Somebody would say, I went to a seniors. It was in Portland, Oregon. It was a senior center, all senior people. And I was supposed to give a talk to them. Okay. So I went there, and the manager of that entire facility comes and says, Swamiji, here they are all old people and very elderly people. They can't sit for longer, and they become so impatient. So could you be very precise, actually your time is 45 minutes, but it'll be so good if you can make it between 30, 40 minutes, okay? Is that okay with you? I said, yes, absolutely okay with me. No, just don't worry. I'll take care of it. I went there and I started. Oh my God. Even these elderly seniors, they're all sitting glued. And they were, every minute I see, they're becoming more and more interested. They want more and more. I forgot about time. My timeless zone I reached. And I didn't know what the time was. 1 hour, 20 minutes. The manager comes and says, Swamiji, already 1 hour, 20 minutes. I said, but nobody says anything. You said they become restless. You said they become impatient. You said so many things about them. But I have not seen anything from any one of them. Then she said, you must be a magician, Swamiji. How could you do this? Because I have seen whoever came to give them talk or anything, after 30 minutes they start becoming so restless and they go out and come and go out and come. They were just listening to you. Who are you? I said, this is the fun. Again, you know what it is? It is the grace of your Guru. Only Guru can transmit this power unto you by which you can transmit the pure love and the message of love in the hearts which are ready to receive these vibrations. So once again, thank you everyone present here and those who could not come today and those who have always been so supportive, loving and caring for us during all these days. I carry with me tons of your love back home to give it to these beautiful people of India and tell them stories about you. How you played the drums.
The pop kirtans.
And the pop kirtans. And imagine, we broke that pop kirtan and took it into our traditional kirtans. we didn't even do pop kirtan here, isn't it? Did I do that? No, it was typical Indian type. So I almost baptized you into that even. But did you enjoy that?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Huh? Is
Yes,
it?
very much.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you so much, all of you. And Devdatta was talking about one thing before you all leave. Please make sure you do that. And that's about, we would love to continue to have touch with you wherever you were. I know that people in Byron Bay are very anti to everything like online and anything electronic stuff. They are kind of little, but still, in this world of today with so much of technological advantages, we still need it. Personally, I need it so much because only through that I keep touch with people all over the world. Otherwise, I wouldn't and couldn't have done that. So if I'm back to India, we very much want to continue to have, touch with you in terms of sharing with you Sanskrit mantras and its chanting. Take it, all get this, what I'm trying to say? In perfect intonations, in perfect chants. It may take little time, but I'm sure that over a period of time, if you can keep on attending to that class, which we can do it either in Google Meet or in Zoom or whatever platform we may choose, and or through even through a WhatsApp group, so that we send you a clip and you all practice and then you meet one day and we all take that particular session forward. My point is this, that let these beautiful satsangs not end today. That will continue. Physically we may be at a distance apart, but this beautiful give and take should continue. Do you all agree?
Yeah, but it's not the same. We want you to come back here. Cut the story short. It's not gonna cut it online situation.
When I'm in Byron Bay, there are people in Calcutta who must be doing Havan so that I get back. And I don't decide where I shall be or where I should be. I don't. I feel an attraction, an impulse from inside of me. And I look within and I know there must be some work of my Divine Mother waiting for me there. And it's only when Mother wants it, she takes me there. A mother's child. So with this, and for sure, Marina, for sure, God will bring us here. Not sure when, but yes, because this is such a lovely place on earth, with so many people loving the truth and worshipping the truth. And we have a lot together to do for a world which needs so much of meditation and its positive vibration to be spread all over the world to counter all the evils that are growing every moment. It's only when our number also increases that we can take care of the other side. The more we unite in our meditation, practice prayerfulness, heartfulness, mindfulness, the more this positive energy will generate and spill over. Don't think that when you sit and meditate, you don't sit and meditate alone. In your body, you are generating a particular type of both electro and magnetic field which spreads beyond your skull to all the lengths and breadths of this universe. You can't be sad alone. You can't be depressed alone. You will send forth sad vibrations all over the world, and many more people, those who are little sick, they'll be sad because you have sent it. They'll catch through their antennas. But at the same tone, just as you can be sad, unhappy, depressed alone, so also you can't be happy, positive, meditative, prayerful, in tune with the divine alone. No way. Because every cell of your body will generate its own vibration. Every neurons of your brains will be charged with a different kind of a light. And it will not be contained in your physical body and your skull. The mind is consciousness, hence it's not a brain, an organ. So the thoughts as consciousness will spill over the skull and will spread all over. So your meditative, positive, beautiful thoughts, prayers, it will reach to all of them who are also meditating, are also prayerful, are also heartful, are also mindful, are also on the path to truth. It will touch them. This is like a beautiful network, invisible though it is. Om Shanti. Naham tishtami Vaikunthe yoginam hridayena cha madbhakta yatra gayanti tatra tishtami narada. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmani Pranata Klesha Nashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Namostute. Prasida Paramananda, Prasida Parameshwara, Adi Vyadhi Bhujangena Dashtam, Mamuddhara Prabho, Mamuddhara Prabho, Mamuddhara Prabho, Mamuddhara Prabho. Pranamami Ahetu Kripa Sindham Sadgurum Shrilokanatham Bhavabhayaharam Avatarvarishtam Shrilokanatham 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 Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat. তুই একটু বলে দিস সবাইকে, আমি এটা সব হাতে দিতে বলি না, আপনাকে নিয়ে যাই।
Please don't leave. You can please come. He will
That's so
hand
well.
each one of you a little chocolate. So, just saying that.
The children of the Divine Mother. Because it has been the tradition of our country that after the satsang, you take back some prasad. What is prasad? What is prasad? Prasad is anything that you offer to the divine is prasad. You are not supposed to eat anything from the morning till night without first offering to the divine. Because if you so do, you are stealing, not eating. I repeat, if you do not offer any food that you bought from the market with your personal money, on which you have absolute right, you have not thieved it. You earn money, you got food, you are eating, you have every right for it. No, you don't have right for it, sorry. Money doesn't give you right. You have to earn yet another right. You have to earn that right by offering this food to the one who gave you this food. You may have money, but you cannot produce an apple from anything other than this Mother Earth and the air and the water and the fire and the sun. All of it is not our money. So before we put anything on our tongue, forget not, don't steal. Take it. How? By first offering to the Divine. It is yours, I offer unto you. Todim vastu govindyam tubhyameva samarpayami. O Lord, that which belongs to you, now it is with me. Now I offer it back to you. Bless it so that I can enjoy it.
Can you repeat it in Sanskrit?
Todim vastu. Todim means yours. Vastu, that which is in front of my hand. Govindam, O Govinda, O Lord. Tubhyameva. Tubhya means to you. Unto you. Tubhyameva. Samarpayami. I am surrendering it to, offering it back to whom? He who offered it to me, I am offering it back to him. Why am I offering back to him? Because I don't want to eat stolen food. From birth I have been told, if you have money and if it's your hard-earned money, you can go to the market, buy, eat. Only if you buy food and eat, you don't create a spiritual body. You create a material mind and a material body, contaminated. But if you offer the food to the Divine, every little thing that comes to you, and you feel so grateful, so blessed, and then munch it consciously, mindfully, having all the love for it, enjoying it. Each particle of the food transforms into divinized particles of light into your entire biochemical system and gives you a totally different kind of a metabolism and a different kind of energy. That is spiritual energy. So with that, if you sit to meditate, it is much easier. Is this clear? Explain to you what is prasad. And the beautiful part of it is this prasad is one word in Sanskrit which not only talk about the blessed food. I'll go it one step further, deeper, and that is prasad means the state of our mind in absolute sattvic state. That means when my mind is at ease. I repeat, when my mind and my body is at ease, that is prasad. When my mind and my body is aligned and is at ease and not in dis-ease. If it is at ease, then what's happening? Then I am happening the prasad of my mind, the prasad of my body, the prasad of my intelligence, the prasad of my life. Now you know what happened to St. Xavier's 2.5 hours. Please come. I'll just offer you. Please come. Because it's already 9:27 now. I'm seeing the watch.
Nobody wants to leave. Only you're the one that wants to leave. It's that.
What's the matter? You don't want to live?
No,
Huh?
You can't bribe us with chocolate. We have plenty of that.
Hey, Megha, Marina says, no one wants to live. And they says, yeah, I said, no one wants to live? She said, no, even if you are trying to bribe every one of us with chocolates. This is something. Oh, God.
We're coming to India with you.
Those of you who would like to stay in touch and
With that.
we can do some online Sanskrit chanting classes and share Bodhi's morning musings every day. We are yet to decide what platform to use, whether it would be WhatsApp group or Telegram. I don't know.
I mean, just let us take a vote here. Do all of you here have WhatsApp?
Yes. Really?
Oh, you all you have it. Now, then in that case, it will be easier I just suggest it will be easier if we have to begin with a WhatsApp group. And then we can put our individual, questions, if any, to me or to Megha, whatever. And then we can plan things, we can accordingly discuss out the possibilities. And if it calls for that, we need to have a platform in which we possibly need to have, face-to-face interactions or, kind of. Then we can accordingly, through WhatsApp, we can all decide what will be the best way to go forward. So that way we are in touch. The whole idea is that we are in touch. That's very important. If you, of course, it's absolutely up to you.
How many of us would like to do some chanting, online chanting, learning?
Yes.
Do you have a website?
Of course, no cost involved. It will be just between us friends, we are friends. So.
Yes, we have a website, Baba Loknath, BABALOKENATH, babaloknath.org.
And do you post all your stuff there as well?
There's a lot of stuff there, yes, and
we can get in touch with you there.
absolutely you can do that. And there is a YouTube channel also. There's a YouTube channel in which even like today, whatever is being talked is all it was live. So the people who are in Calcutta and in London and other places, they are seeing it today. So that way, the idea is this, that people don't miss out.